Welcome to Brandished with Jimmy Spice. Where'd it go? $2 Tony. We put one. Whoa. Hold on. Are they coming out?
Thing wasn't working last year.
Last week, yeah. I got it functional. I went home and I remedied that, but it doesn't look like I remedied the... Yeah. Let's see if it works now.
Very good.
Nope.
They're shooting. I'm seeing it come out.
Are you really?
Yeah, man. It's
a mist of gas that's coming out.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a little gas cartridge in there.
Well, I know all about mists of gas coming out.
Yeah, you do.
For sure.
Yeah. Out of your man's.
When I eat Chipotle.
Nice hat, bro.
So speaking of buttholes.
Yeah. Let's go.
There was a bumper sticker on your vehicle last night.
Yeah. Okay, so, and I believe you. You're not owning up to this.
I promise it was not me. I swear to God.
Okay, there's a couple concerning things here. Jimmy Spice was told that he had a bumper sticker on the back of his 1998 Chevy pickup truck that...
Which I don't notice things like this. So Tess was like, what is that? And I was like, oh,
yeah.
That's funny. It just seemed like something that you would do. I thought maybe you'd had it for a while.
No.
It was a rainbow bumper sticker that said, I love getting pegged.
Yeah. Which is something one of my friends would put on, but so far no friend has owned up to it. And here's the other concerning thing.
Okay.
Is it was a magnet, and when I pulled the magnet off, there was some considerable buildup. This wasn't new. Yeah.
So you've been driving around with that on there for a minute.
I mean, whatever. I'm surprised I haven't gotten any offerings in traffic, but I only drive the thing like once a week to the Salvation Army or something. But nobody's owning up to it. So I will say, I think it's a great joke. I hope it's one of my friends, because if it's some stranger walked in my fucking front yard and put it on my truck, that is a little annoying.
And what are they going to get?
Yeah. There you go. That one came out. You're gonna get fucking popped.
That's so funny. It's a huge spike on the microphone also. Careful.
Yeah,
trigger
buddy.
discipline.
Yeah, these things, it's a like nitrous cartridge type thing, dude. You saw it last week, but it's charged. This shit is charged in there. Play, dude.
Could I hit a whippet out of it if I wanted to?
I guess if you had the canister, yeah, probably. Just like compressed air, like in dust or whatever.
A gun-shaped whippet cracker that you could hit would sell like hotcakes. I guarantee you.
Maybe that's an idea. I'm looking for ideas. I had a friend offer some investment recently, and he knows I got a couple different ideas, so I'm trying to zero in.
What about the Jimmy Spice Show podcast?
I'm enjoying this too much to make it stressful money maker.
Not seeing a path to profitability immedientmake but
no, maybe, but I don't know. I think it would ruin the spirit. I think if it organically started to pick up traction and make its own money, that would be one thing. But to borrow a bunch of money to like build production value or something,
I think the addition of the gun is going to take us to the next level.
Fuck yeah, dude. We got some guests coming up that might help us out.
Hopefully, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, Brandished. We're going to change the name of the show to Brandished with Jimmy Spice.
I like that.
This one.
That one's sick, man.
This is my favorite. This might be one of my favorite firearms I've ever owned. But
for sure.
Happy day after Halloween.
Is there an official name for this day?
All Saints Day or All Souls Day?
Oh, okay. That's nice.
Well, that's a Catholic Church thing.
Yes.
Yeah, so I remember that when I was a kid. It was like, okay, cleanse yourself, children.
Of Halloween.
Yeah, of the evil celebration of the undead and the Satan.
Can I also tell you that until it was explained to me, I thought that the switch witch that you were referring to was a real person that came around the neighborhood.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
No. What?
I did not get. I was like, so why do I have to take the candy if a lady is going to come and take the candy?
No, it's like the Easter Bunny or the Tooth Fairy. We just call it the Switch Witch.
Will you explain for our listeners what this is?
All right. So, and a very, very popular issue that families run into on Halloween is one kid collects 17 pounds of fucking candy. Like more candy than any human should eat in a month, much less the child.
Sure.
So somebody came up with this clever way. So I think, Teresa turned me onto it, or my sister maybe. But you take the candy at the end of the day. You let the kid keep 20% of it. You let them pick what they want.
Sure.
And then you sort of like guide them into like.
There's a bunch of bullshit in there anyway. Tootsie Rolls, get the fuck out of here. That shit is garbage.
It's funny, dude. My daughter picked a bunch of Milk Duds. She was like in love with the Milk Duds. I was like, okay, run that. Those are all right.
Girl ain't right. You need to take her to a specialist.
A few ring pops, this, that, and the other. And then you start, okay. And then you get to the point where you're like, okay, 5 more. Because I don't want to be like, I don't want her to, no candy. Candy's bad. We're trying to make it like a fun thing. And then she puts the bag full of the rest of the candy, which weighed like 6 pounds. This was a heavy bag of candy. It was crazy. Yeah. And the Switch Witch came and put a $20 bill in that bag, dude, and got rid of all the candy.
So what is your daughter going to do with $20?
We are going to go. I would like to take her to, it'll probably end up being fucking Target, but
another $20 you can go get a piece of pussy in the hood.
Whoa. That took a fucking sharp left.
What you gonna do for this 40 ball?
No, me and my young daughter are gonna go to.
Not her. I'm just saying if you take the money.
I'd like to take her to Sunshine Thrift, man, and find some shoes, and because what I really want to do is take her with a $20 bill to Dollar Tree somewhere and introduce her to the process of paying money for something and like counting your money.
That's a really good idea.
All that, yeah. So
thrifting also.
My buddy Dennis thrifting's a good.
I know girls who are rich off thrifting, essentially, from going to Goodwill,
finding t-shirts,
etc., finding shit and selling it on Depop, which is like an online like
Depop, huh?
Depop is where you post vintage clothes and people buy them.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a whole world, huh?
You'll notice if you go to like Goodwill or thrift stores or stuff like that, there's a lot of attractive young women working there. It's because they get dibs on all the shit and then take it, sell it on Depop.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's in my youth and in my circles, this place is legendary. It's on Southdale Mabry. It's called Sunshine Thrift. Mm. It's just south of Britton Plaza.
Okay.
Been there since the fucking 60s. Everything around it has changed. There used to be a movie theater behind it. The Dollar movie theater is now a Lowe's. The Britain 8 Cinema is now a Radiant Church. So,
yeah.
Got no opinion on that. But, there was out front of it, it's a Verizon store now or something. No, the Verizon even went under. It was something else. But before this, it was this place called Soaps, and it was a laundromat with a bar in it.
Oh, yeah. They had one of those in Des Moines called Duds and Suds.
That place was fucking awesome, dude. All they did was beer. They literally had like a bunch of like regular and light beers, like Bud and Michelob and Coors. I think that's it. And Miller, maybe.
That's nice. So go and get hammered. Yeah. Load your laundry up, drive home.
Well, and the guy that was the bartender there, I think he was missing an eye, but he did not care. I was a plumber, actually, at this point in my life. I was 19 or 20 years old.
I didn't realize you had been a plumber before this most recent stint.
Yeah, when I was young, when I first met my first wife. And we go to that bar, and he just thought I'd pull up in a plumbing truck, and he thought I was 21. He never used my ID. He never checked my ID. So it's where we all drank all the time.
Nice.
Yeah, it was cool, man. We always got some trouble in that place.
Brewskis only, though.
Yeah, but, you put enough of those down.
I know.
Remember at the end of my drinking, I used to say that, beer ain't drinking or whatever. Nobody gets drunk off beer.
That was pretty much my thing because I could not black out off a beer. And if I didn't black out, I wouldn't get in any trouble. And I could pretty much seem sober to everybody around me. So I would drink, 35 or 40 beers.
I used to, towards the end of like really hard drinking in Savannah that I was doing, it would only take a couple. And I'd go into a blackout. My brain was like fucking misfiring. But I'd see people the next day. They'd come into the restaurant, the Italian restaurant where I was a bartender, and they'd be like, "What's up?" Blah 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 blah. And I'd be like, I got used to telling people like, "I don't fucking know who you are. I'm sorry." And they would frequently be like, "You didn't even realize you were drunk, dude." Like I would be in a blackout and seem normal.
Yeah,
I guess my my motor functions just kind of adapted pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's the thing. That just becomes your normal style. It's pretty cool.
That's a great way to live.
Superpower.
Super funny. People always came back to see me. They always wanted to be my friend, you know? Well, truth is I would offer them free drinks if they'd come into my restaurant the next day. So
I only had a couple blackouts in this last kind of run of mine, but one of them I came to and I was being shoved out of a parade that I was a part of. I was part of
Not no more, you weren't.
Which one was this? I think it was Crew de Lune. Maybe it was. I'm trying to remember. It was some Mardi Gras parade, and the guy was like forcibly removing me from the parade. He was like, "Get out!" So I figure I must have been like bumping into people, that sort of thing.
Nice.
My motor functions would suffer when I drank liquor. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know.
But none of the people I was with saw that happen, and so I was like, "Oh shit!" And I just walked to the after party and got in. And was like, "Woo!"
There you go.
Had a good time.
Got to keep the party going, dude. Until it fucking, you know.
One monkey don't stop, no show.
Good times, man.
You haven't commented on my hat.
I tried to at the beginning of the podcast, but then I started firing this thing off and
so
myself. Yeah, you have
we went to the castle last
comrade
night.
hat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the character that I developed my name is Boris Bobo. I'm Russian clown.
Yeah,
because I
thought it was hunkin something. I thought you snuck like
my lady Ivhanka Bonkovich.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ivhanka. Yeah, you guys looked good.
It was fantastic.
That was fun. Teresa said she had a lot of fun with you guys.
It was great.
Jimmy Spice sat that one out.
Snackson was there. Snackson was partying it up.
Yeah, he was, dude. Old Bateman.
Yeah, people loved his costume. People would come and go, American Psycho, yeah, and like take a pic with him and stuff, and he would go, just do a soy face.
Yeah, man, you guys. Teresa got home late as fuck and said you guys were dancing the night away the whole time.
Yeah, I mean we didn't get in there until 12:30, maybe 1. So it was we were only on the flow for like 2.5 hours, but it worked out pretty well.
It was like
that's kind of my
costume party.
I can dance for like a solid 2 to 3 hours, and then I need a break. But we were just crushing it the whole time. It was a costume party. There was a costume contest. The guy on stage that was like giving out the prizes was like, all these are homemade, by the way. And I was like, that guy's fucking Deadpool costume. It's not homemade. And also people were cheering just because it's Deadpool. I'm going to go on the record. Fuck Deadpool.
Oh, yeah?
I hate that shit.
Why?
The humor is not my bag. It's NFM. I'll say that.
NFM. I will say that the first one was amazing. When it came out, I was like, this is wonderful. And then they progressively got worse, in my opinion.
It's the like, oh, did I do that? Like goofy, ironic humor type stuff. Him dancing around and smacking his butt. I remember the opening
credits were so cool. I'd never seen creative credits like that where it was like,
I don't even remember what happened, but
the opening credits were all very like
comic book.
Yeah, but also calling people like some asshole, shot by some asshole, and they were entertaining and humorous.
I don't like cussing humor.
No?
Yeah.
You don't like The Big Lebowski?
The Big Lebowski's not cussing humor. I wouldn't say that.
You ever played the game where you have to do a shot every time someone says the word fuck in The Big Lebowski?
No, I've heard about that with Scarface, though.
Oh,
Scarface has the most fucks. Has like 187 fucks in it.
You know it has the most bitch?
What?
American Pimp. The Hughes brothers.
That movie's so good, dude.
It was in, I think
They call me Rosebud with 2 D's for a double dose of this pimping.
I think it's in close contention with South Park, Bigger, Longer, Uncut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're like right there.
I need to rewatch American Pimp, dude. I loved that movie when I was younger.
A couple of those guys went on to be kind of famous.
Of course,
like hanging out with Snoop Dogg and shit. You saw the one guy with Snoop Dogg in the movie with Will Ferrell, where Will Ferrell really kind of broke out of the SNL thing with Old School.
Yeah.
Like that was like Will Ferrell had done like Zoolander or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But you know, he was kind of this like offbeat comedian that nobody really understood. Ricky Bobby's what pushed him over the top.
Anchorman.
Yeah, Anchorman.
Anchorman was huge.
But
he had the
Old School predate all that. Old School was like the first like, this guy's fucking. Did it? That's a good point. I don't know. I'm gonna check on that.
He did Anchorman, Ricky Bobby, and then what was the third one of those? There was like 3 movies in a row that had that kind of. It was Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy, Ricky Bobby, the Talladega Nights, the Saga of Ricky Bobby, and then there was another one. But
there was
those were
Anchorman 2.
Anchorman 2 is kind of a bomb. It was fine, but
it was all fucking.
To be funny in my like middle school and high school, all you had to do was just
Blades of Glory was one.
Blades of Glory.
Yes. Really liked that movie. I watched
funny.
that movie recently. Actually, that fucking shit, dude. With old Napoleon Dynamite.
John Heder.
Yeah, man, love that guy. But they I need to figure out if Old School was before.
It was before Anchorman. It was 2003. I'll bet you money that Old School was in 2003. Look it up right now.
Yeah, I bet you it is. I'm not disagreeing with you.
I can't remember any of my parents' birthdays or my sister's birthday, but I know for a fact that Old School was in 2003. I have like a weird autism for what year movies came out. I just feel it. It's like synesthesia.
Feel it?
Yeah, I'm just like 2003.
They're being weird with his. Oh, there we go. Okay, there was another.
Was I right?
Hold on, it's fucking. He's got a ton of. Oh, I remember Stranger Than Fictions. That was
if
great.
Old School didn't come out in 2003, I'll kill myself right now.
Anchorman's 04. Old School's 03.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, he was in Undeclared before that. Zoolander.
Undeclared is a good show. That's Judd Apatow's
like opener
college TV
fucking
show after Freaks and Geeks.
It was before, wasn't it?
Nope.
Oh, it was after?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess because Freaks and Geeks was 2000.
Yeah. He did a high school show and then a college show. Undeclared with Jay Baruchel.
Yeah, I remember. And Adam Sandler was in that. Yeah, because he did like Superstar
Sandman.
and fucking Austin Powers. He was in Austin Powers, Night at the Roxbury. It was all SNL shit though. And then the first breakout was fucking Old School.
Say Old School. Frank the Tank.
Dude.
In retrospect, sad. He's an alcoholic.
Yeah, but he found his way. He's a radio DJ. I mean, there's nothing better to
Doesn't
me.
he get divorced in the course of the...
Yeah, but he becomes Frank the Tank for real, and he's in the grocery store during the credit roll, and some hottie's hitting on him, and he's like the man.
What about his family?
Well, he just had the wife.
Oh, okay.
She seemed like a kind of a bitch anyway.
Stuck up bitch. Doesn't want him to party.
Yeah.
We're going streaking.
Nothing better than a successful
boy,
alcoholic
Blue.
story, dude. I don't want to know about all the real shit.
For sure.
I wonder if he could do a Bukowski. He did a couple serious roles. That Stranger Than Fiction role was good.
That was a good movie. So when I was younger, I was only allowed to like buy movies or check out movies that were PG-13, you know?
Yeah.
But the sneaky thing was I could, my parents were divorced. So my mom would run stuff by my dad and she would be like, can he have this movie? And my dad would look it up and be PG-13. Anchorman, they came out, unrated edition.
Oh, nice.
I was so excited. I was like, there has to be boobs on this DVD.
What was it unrated?
I guess there was just cussing or something, but there was no breasts.
There's no boobs anywhere in Anchorman.
No.
Really? I feel like the pool scene should have had some boobs or something. I'm trying to remember.
It's a PG-13 movie, and then the unrated version, there's just extra cussing.
That's why the 80s,
as you know,
it's one good thing about the 80s.
Breasts.
Breasts in PG movies. Caddyshack had boobs in it. It's not a rated R movie. Yeah.
Airplane. I don't know what Airplane's
Airplane
rated,
is
but Airplane
PG.
has some.
Airplane has a
large
woman
breasts in
just bouncing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few movies like that from the 80s. That there was this weird phenomenon where they were getting through like John Candy movies. Fucking, I've seen these boobs. Oh, is the hat too much?
Hat is just so hot.
The whole outfit looked quite cozy in the right temperature, but I anticipated you would be sweaty on the dance floor.
Yeah, but that's part of it. If you're not sweating, you're not moving.
Were the girls enjoying themselves? Were they dancing together?
For sure.
Were creeps moving up on all my lady?
I have really good awareness of that. So if somebody started to eyeball them, I would position myself in between
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Teresa's like, nobody was hitting on me. I was like, you're not paying attention. Guys.
No, they would start to eyeball. There's probably 4 or 5 different instances where I was like, these women are with me.
They're both very attractive women.
I tried to look intimidating. I will say my gay painted clown outfit.
Well, I will say the castle isn't necessarily where you're going to run into a ton of like, aggressive alpha style. There'll be a few. But it's not going to be like packed.
We were trying to figure out what time it opened, and I saw on their Instagram, their last post was from August, and the fucking comments, I guess they deleted a bunch of them, but all the comments were like, you guys need to do something to address the drugging and raping issue that's been going on there.
What the fuck? That's a bummer, dude.
That is a bummer.
Oh my God.
But I will tell you, adult goth women, love them. Wonderful. Adult goth men, probably a drugger and a rapist.
Yeah, well,
not probably, but higher likelihood than the average population.
There is a sort of weird crossover occurring there that's just like kind of like, all right, man. I don't know why.
You're probably like a BDSM dominant type fellow, You might be a geek of sorts.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the fun thing about, Halloween is I noticed last night, we're in this very vanilla Carrollwood neighborhood, but there was a few houses that were going hard in the fucking paint. And there was one in particular that had a circus theme going. And they had the old school megaphone, and the guy was juggling up on the thing, and they were all dressed up to the nines, and there was this whole deal. And I was just like, these people are fucking geeks, man.
Yeah.
364 days out of the year. And tonight they are shining, bro. And I was just like,
Halloween's the one day a year that I don't wear a mask.
And they were saying, and dude, I'm going to tell you right now, Teresa fucking slayed the costumes. You saw
that was great.
Agreed. You know, funny backstory on that is we were both like, our daughter picks the theme, Beauty and the Beast. And we're just like, that sucks. We want Addams Family. We want, something fun like that we can play with. And for like 2 months now, we've been like, fuck, this is going to suck. And I had like no expectations.
It was great.
And I came home from work. The only contribution I made was Teresa has been growing that fucking hipster mullet haircut for a year now. And I was like, that's Gaston's hair.
Yeah.
You need to be Gaston. And people.
You don't like her hair?
No, I think it's fine, but it is a goofy hipster mullet haircut. That's what it is. It's a very popular haircut right now. The girl from Task the girl from Task looks just like Teresa. Very interesting.
Let's have a look here.
Just maybe, a few years back. Younger version. Like when we first met. Jesus Christ, it's been a long time. But I forget the actress's name, but I don't know what she looks like normally, but in Task, the hair has a lot to do with it. But dude, my costume, the suit with the painted lapel, she's even got kind of like that round face thing.
Emilia Jones.
Yeah.
Is that a good show?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe I'll check it out.
Not very, very interesting. I had a lot of fun with it. We had a lot of fun watching it. I'm bummed it's gone. It's over.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. dude, big time.
Yeah, that is a popular cut these days for bros too.
Yeah, and she just owned it, and my costume was great. The boys with the clock on the one's face, and then the other one. So Bodes, dude, everyone thought was a girl because he's got the long hair, and his outfit was like those petals, the teacup. They were pink. He couldn't have looked less like a boy. He got called sweetheart like 500 times.
And boys can be sweethearts. I'm a sweetheart.
Not when you're trick or treating. It's the thing.
Did he get mad? Sweetie. Was he like, I'm a boy?
Dude, so here's the boys. Did I already go over Mason's trick or treat method?
Not on here.
Not on here. Okay. Because this is fucking
It's
incredible.
so funny.
So Bodie has got his bag over his neck, right? Where his bag is like bouncing off of his stomach.
Yeah.
And he's just trudging through people's yards, tall grass, don't give a fuck. He's hauling ass. He's got this like whistle thing that he's biting on, and it's a big round, looks like almost like a pacifier, but there's a spinner in it. And he go, and he's just all night long walking around and running up to people and taking fistfuls, bro. And they think it's adorable, and they're calling him a girl, and it's hilarious. And we had to empty his bag. That's a lot of
candy, sweetheart.
Yeah. Mason, total opposite. And I was with Mason all night. It was me and Mason.
This is so crazy.
He got one piece of candy in the beginning. So he did get a glow stick at another point and kept the glow stick in one hand and one piece of candy in the other, and went to each location, put his candy in the bowl, and took a candy out. And so we did not get more than one piece of candy to take home from Mason. And he never ate any candy.
That's so wild.
Yeah. And I did not
he
tell him.
He thought it was just some kind of exchange program.
Yeah. No, like I didn't, you know how you do with kids, or at least how we do with kids is they lead the way. They figure it out.
Sure.
And I just try to, make sure they don't die. And that was all him, bro. It was all him. He didn't attempt to open it. Bodie was ripping it open. He got a big bag of cheese balls. Some of these homes do the weirdest thing. They give like big bags.
Savory snacks on Halloween is strange.
Savory snacks, but like the little pretzel packs, they suck, but I get it. But a regular size, like single use gas station bag of cheese puffs is like, what are you doing? The kid's got a bucket. You're taking up 90% of the space.
Yeah.
But so Bodie's, he's got it hanging around his neck and he's eating cheese balls, yellow shit all over his face. It was great. Riley was great, man. It was a fucking super special experience, man. We had a lot of fun. And everyone loved Teresa.
And you were the beast. Do you identify with him?
Yes, very much. I felt very just at home and normal. I felt like
as the beast.
Yeah. It's basically handsome, rugged, underappreciated,
transformed by the love of a woman.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like I need to go back and rewatch Beauty and the Beast.
That's the other thing is none of us had. We still didn't, even though we were doing it for Halloween. I don't know where Teresa got all of her.
I was remembering,
but people were commenting on specific elements of our costumes that they thought were great.
I was remembering that there's a song about Gaston. No one don't like Gaston. He sings about, but the song is sung by his little friend, his little fat friend.
Yeah, somebody sang that song.
Are they gay together?
I don't know. The circus people sang that to Teresa.
You gonna write something on the bullet?
Yeah.
What are you gonna write?
You'll see. Yeah. So
Charlie Kirk.
The circus people were singing some "No one tastes like Gaston, no one
tastes like Gaston."
I don't know what the words. Bro. I don't know what the words were, dude. It was like
fuck?
No one fights like Gaston. No one. I don't know, dude.
Let me look it up.
If you gape your what is it? If you vape, your butthole gapes.
That doesn't really fit with the cadence.
So. This bullet now says,
"No one's slick as Gaston."
Your name.
Oh, nice.
I got a bullet with your name on it.
So that's the casing.
Yeah, that's the casing down there. The bullets.
You don't know about guns like me, bro. You don't know ball. No one's slick as Gaston. Listen? No one's quick as Gaston. No one's neck's as incredibly thick as Gaston.
Oh, that is pretty gay. Hey, did you ever listen to Royal Blood?
The band. I think so, yeah.
They're great. That's all.
For there's no man in town half as manly, perfect, a pure paragon. You can ask any Tom, Dick, or Stanley, and they'll tell you whose team they prefer to be on.
Ooh.
Oh, no one's big like Gaston.
What is the Beauty and the Beast tale is old. What is the Disney Beauty and the Beast? Mid-90s? Early 90s?
90s. Let me see.
I'm going to say early 90s. I'm going to say 91.
But Teresa was quoting it, and she's, I'm tired of this provincial life. I'm like, provincial? is a funny, that's a rather large word to use. 1991.
I said 1991. Run it back. I said 1991.
No, you didn't.
I fucking
You
did.
said 1990s.
I said 1991.
Did you put the bullet? Okay, you're scaring me.
Yeah, I said 1991, motherfucker. You'll notice I will never jovially point this at someone. I just don't feel comfortable doing that.
It's fine.
Even if
you
it's
should
not
do it.
loaded.
Huh? It's hilarious.
I can't. If you don't do it to me, I'm not okay
I'm
with
going to do it.
Huh?
There's nothing funnier than pointing a gun at someone.
I don't know if I agree with that.
It's really funny.
I feel like it's a fucked up thing to do, dude.
See, it's hilarious. It feels good.
I don't know, man. I used to have this buddy, dude. I mean, he's still around, surprisingly, and he would fucking get drunk and play with firearms, dude.
Yeah.
And it was just, and somehow no one ever got killed. He shot a couple TVs on purpose, shot one by accident, like accidental discharge. Double-digit times.
I've had a couple accidental discharges. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Past couple days.
Well, actually, literally. So this is when I was a teacher in Avondale, Louisiana, and I smoked crack and I drank every day and smoked crack on like a pretty semi-regular basis.
As one can do.
And I was just like friends with like kind of hood guys in my neighborhood, and they would come over and record music and shit like that. And, I went to a barbecue with some folks from the neighborhood and blacked out at this barbecue. And I woke up the next morning and my right ear was ringing really bad. Like I was damn near deaf in my right ear. And my downstairs neighbor, Jules, I was like, bro, what happened last night? And he said I had come back from the barbecue with my shirt off and I was just like carrying my gun just in my hand. And he's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Put that away. Like him and a bunch of other people were outside, and I just went, relax, it's not loaded, and pulled the trigger, and it went off right next to my head.
No shit.
So it came very close. And then I
Why
was
did you
called
have your
into
gun with you?
I don't know, dude. I think I was like because there's a video from the barbecue of them like playing some song that we had recorded together, and me like dancing around with it. And I was called into the dean's office. This was like a couple months before I got fired. And he was like, so we had a sixth grader say that they saw you at a family function and that you were dancing around, brandishing a firearm. That's not correct, is it? And I was like, what? I wouldn't do such a thing. You know? So I'm a seventh grade teacher, and I was just living this double life. I wanted to be a cool black guy.
Who doesn't?
Correct.
And I can tell you from experience, being a cool white guy is not as cool as being a cool black guy.
Definitely.
I'm very familiar with what it feels like to be a cool white guy.
Yeah.
So a cool white guy is cool to white guys, and that's about it. Maybe some Asians.
Describe cool white guy.
Cool white guy?
Motorcycle?
No. Motorcycles no. I don't think motorcycles are cool.
Because you're scared of them, yeah.
No, because most of the people I know that are motorcycle people are like jugheads. They're like into fucking professional sports too or whatever. I don't know. Like, just not like cool. Like, okay, I guess
your version of cool guys, you don't like sports. Go on.
James Dean, okay. You know, but he was a motorcycle guy.
So like a greaser.
Yeah.
Type.
Like a greaser.
Rockabilly.
Maybe a little rockabilly. Farmer. Mm. I think like a modern, like jacked, but not jacked like big, but like lean, mean, motherfucking, you know, a dude that a smart guy is afraid of is cool. Tattoos, undoubtedly cool.
There's a guy on TikTok that is
funny.
His whole channel is just him chopping wood.
Yeah.
And the comments are all women being horny.
Yeah, apparently.
It's because he'll go, oh fuck yes, open for me and stuff like that. He says horny stuff like that. And then at the end he always like
also
looks up at the camera and turns around.
Steve McQueen, cool.
Very cool.
Frank Sinatra, cool.
Super cool.
You know, I think my generation, we got a couple of heavy hitters. We got a Brad Pitt, king of cool in my generation. Let's think of some musicians from my generation that are very, very cool.
Kurt Cobain.
Yeah. You know.
He gets to be cool forever because he died before he
dying young is definitely
cringe,
the way to do it. Yeah. Yeah, dying young is the way to be cool because Dan Auerbach's no longer cool. Jack White.
Definitely not.
Definitely not cool anymore either.
Jack White has kind of avoided the public eye enough to be semi-cool. But
he's old now, and that sucks.
True.
And there's never going to be another Elephant. Like, that record, it's fucking incredible, dude. And then, like, some of the later Jack White stuff is still amazing. I mean, I could never write a song like him, but
I like Icky Thumb.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was after Elephant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was Dan Auerbach? What happened there? I just think he's not cool because they
just got overexposed, and that Black Keys is kind of is pre-stomp clap music a little bit because they had the distorted vocals.
Yeah, they sold out big time.
Sure, and a bunch of commercials, bunch of
TV shows. You know, when they first came out, when Thick of Freakness was popular or whatever being passed around. That was a really, really incredible. I saw them at the House of Blues in fucking NOLA, dude, during that tour. Or no, the Rubber Factory tour.
Yeah.
And then Magic Potion came out, and that one wasn't even that big. And then Attack and Release was huge. And then obviously Brothers kind of pushed them over the edge. And everything since then, I don't know. But I think being cool, you know... It just morphed for me over the years.
And you're saying cool black guy is cool to everybody.
To all races. Cool white guy, kind of, if black guys think you're cool and you're white, you're fucking top 3.
So that's what I think the problem with me was, that I was just like...
trying too hard?
Yeah, and they would be like, you cool white boy? And I would be like, all right, cool, I'm going to keep doing bad stuff.
Trying to earn that.
Which led to the situation where I was robbed, attempted robbery at gunpoint, which I think I've told you about.
That happened to me in the Pokey. That same type of vibe where I was trying to earn the respect of a group of people, and I was impartial, but their friends were plotting the whole time. And when the time came for me to, stand up for myself, I sort of reached out for some assistance and was denied.
Yeah.
And I was hurt significantly. Physically, not emotionally. A little emotionally, but that didn't hurt nearly as the physical stuff.
Yeah, that was the thing. Is me and some of these guys, I think, were genuinely bros, but they would bring people around, and then the guy that, tried to rob me was one of the people that they were bringing around.
And they're not going to fucking choose you over him.
And then and I was like, then... The 2 of the guys that I did record music with, I got to a point where I didn't have any money, and I was like, I need you to start paying me for my services, and they threw a huge fit about it. They were on Tramadol also. I don't know if you've experienced this, but Tramadol makes people go psychotic. Like they get really angry and irritable.
What's Tramadol? Because
I'm sure you know about like the opiate rage. Tramadol is like I don't know if it's
antipsychotic.
No, I think it's like a pre-opiate is the thing. Is it makes stuff that turns into opiates?
Does it go in lean or something?
No, it's an opioid analgesic, so it is an opiate, but it's used for pain medication when other non-opioid medications can't be. So that they'll prescribe it. They prescribe it more frequently than like Percocets, etc.
Yeah,
because it has lower potential for abuse compared to oxy or morphine. It's not as good.
There's another one.
It's very common on the street. They call it trains, and it makes people people on trains will just be so annoying and fucking irritable and want to fight you all the time.
Yeah. That doesn't sound fun.
And so they did threaten to R-word my girlfriend.
Oh no.
And I managed to get them out of my house, and then we had this like screaming match on my front lawn this was when I lived in Uptown New Orleans. They were coming in from the West Bank, and my like nice older white lady neighbor across the street was like watching me have this crazy.
So is Uptown the nicer part?
Uptown is kind of mixed. Like we lived in this huge mansion that was split up into like 8 apartments, but everybody else around there were just like single homeowners. So
Okay.
Crazy place to live. Woke up one day and there was just like gallons of water flooding in from our ceiling because the plumbers had knocked out a pipe upstairs.
Really?
Yeah. Next door neighbors were...
What do you mean they knocked out a pipe? They didn't shut the water down when they did
something like that, yeah. It was very bad.
Oh, Jesus.
We didn't get any money from the landlord for it also. We found out our landlord, we Googled them too late, and there was like so many posts on the internet being like, this guy Howard Russell is a fucking slumlord.
Huh.
And
dude, I put some landlords through hell in Savannah.
What'd you do? Stealing copper?
No, I would just... Well, no, I would never pay the rent. That's
of all. A big one.
Yeah, on time or before. I remember one time we all used to, there was 3 of us most of the time. There was 4 of us at one point, and we would just, there was a like mailbox on the back of the door, on the inside of the door, you know, inside the apartment, that was shut off on the front end. And that's where we would put our rent money. Everybody put their portion of the rent money in there. And more than once, I went in there and took everybody's rent money and smoked crack with it. And then I'd call the landlord and be like, hey, we're going to be late. And so I ended up being the sort of liaison with the landlord who thought that we were all pieces of shit when I was literally the only one that was never, everyone else always paid. It was nothing, you know, it was like $175 a person per month.
Brandish the gun. I'm going to send it to Billy.
And we were fucking, you know, bartending.
Anytime you trust one guy to pay the rent like that, I've had multiple people tell me about situations where that goes horribly wrong.
Well, here's the other thing is nobody was really like, everybody just thought everything was hunky dory.
Because you were the one communicating with the landlord.
Yeah, but nobody else communicated with him. Yeah. I think at one point in the beginning, they were like, you deal with Pullout was his name. And I was like, all right, whatever. Then I got it. And I was bartending at this place downtown Savannah where we were making $400 a night.
Damn.
And I could not make my fucking rent, dude. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy. I wouldn't eat until I went to work because I couldn't have any money. I would get off of work with all this money and just wake up with nothing constantly. It was so bad, dude.
A lot of crack rock. That'll burn through your cash.
Yeah,
quick.
there were some periods with the crack. Yeah, but mostly it was the bagged cocaines that's in the bar, the very overly priced, poor quality cocaines.
Yeah,
and the sort of
which provides access to girls.
Long, intense. Well, I'm in that regard, never really was my vibe. But cocaine's made my wiener turn inside out.
Yeah, but you get to spend time with them.
I would prefer to have a nice, meaningful bathroom conversation with somebody about the future of our business that we're going to create.
There you go.
The music industry. We're going to revolutionize the music industry.
It's a pizza restaurant with nightclub atmosphere. Yeah.
That's such a good idea, bro. How did no one else ever come up with this? Dude, I fucking was working at a dude's house yesterday. Motherfucker invented patented the video compression software.
Which one? Because there's a lot.
Used by Ring Camera and 33 other companies.
That's pretty good.
Yep. Had a brand new Lambo and a brand new Bentley in the fucking parking lot.
Hell
and he had a beautiful wife and 3 young children.
Smart ass internet guy.
Dude, 60 years old. Horrible shape, though. I was very upset about that.
That stinks.
Yeah, dude, you think you could get a bread,
cool trainer or something.
And just eat good. And you can afford to shop at, do you know there's a restaurant chain in California that's a grocery store that is seed oil free grocery store?
No.
It's fucking insane. EB shops there. It's in LA. Like, I probably.
My dad keeps trying to convince me that seed oils are chill, and I'm not buying it.
That's not, he's wrong.
Yeah.
There's a lot of science about that.
There's a lot of science to say that they're okay also, but I'm like, who's funding this, I guess?
Yeah. True. Yeah, I mean, think about sugar, bro. Fuck.
Sugar's disgusting. To me, it's very, and I mean, I'm drinking a Publix diet soda, so I don't adhere to this. I eat seed oils all the fucking time. But the basic thing with it is that the process required to extract it is crazy.
That
they have to put it through this
and then
shit to make something.
It.
Yeah, that would never exist in nature. Yeah. And butter is so delicious. And olive oil is not produced that way, and olive oil is great.
Yeah, I don't know why anybody would do anything but olive oil or butter.
Avocado oil.
Yeah, those two. I literally have those two sitting on. We had some ghee for a while because of Whole30 clarified butter. It's bullshit. I hate it. I'm so glad Whole30's. No, I'm not so glad it's over.
Why is ghee allowed?
It's non-dairy because of the clarification, I guess. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. Read it, dude. Look, this is something people love to fucking do with Whole30. Why is that allowed? Why is that not allowed? Why is that? I didn't write the fucking book, but there's a book, and I read a lot of it, and I know the rules.
What's the first thing that you pigged on when you got off?
Today? Well, no. So I had some of that garlic ranch.
You had a bunch of cilantro garlic.
From the pollo. I ate a whole chicken, which is totally fine, but then I put sauce on it. Yeah. Because I'm a condiment guy, dude.
Me too.
I love like a good sauce, bro. And then today,
I love to have several sauces arrayed before me, and I'm just putting different combinations on each bite.
So you're supposed to introduce each category back in separately. So I've started with dairy because my yogurt's back now. I fucking missed my yogurt big time.
How are your poops?
Not great, but there was a stomach bug going around in my house this week. So I don't know if it's something to do with that. Because last night was horrible. And what sucks is I had 3 rounds within 10 minutes of the toilet. Like, it was going down.
Why didn't you just hang out?
Huh?
Why didn't you just stay there?
Well, because I had the children. I was trying to, navigate all of that. And then, so I was like, fuck it. I got to take the Imodium. And Imodium works like a motherfucker. Problem
stops you up.
Yeah. It doesn't stop the pain from happening. It just stops the ability for it to come out your damn butthole. So I was tossing and turning all night with my twisted up knot guts. No way to relieve.
That sucks, dude.
Yeah, it was a tough night. And, when Teresa's not at home in bed, I toss and turn. Especially when she's in Ybor City at the castle being fucking, stared at by a bunch of creeps.
She was cool. She didn't talk to any boys.
I know. But, she used to work there.
Except for snacks in.
Yeah. She used to work there at Ybor, not at the castle.
You want to hear something fucking crazy?
What?
I found a parking spot on 7th Street, like 4 blocks from
No way.
the castle.
7th Avenue? Not
7th
8th?
Avenue.
The castle's on 8th.
No, the 7th.
Okay. Really?
Bro,
I thought night?
I dropped the gals off because I was like, this is going to take me fucking forever. Just go ahead and get in line. Yeah. Somebody must have just pulled out, bro. But God smiled on me.
Well, but they have the lots too, though.
The lots were all full, legitimately. Really? I drove by like 6 of them, and that big garage there was full too. The
garage was full?
It was fucked.
I would always park in the same place. I would always park in this. I used to work at the Samurai Blue sushi place.
Yeah.
In Central Ybor. And I would always park on 15th Street all the way down by Adamo. The last block before Adamo, there used to be free parking right there. And it was kind of a hike or whatever, but it would be free parking. I don't think it is anymore. And it was probably not, good last night, but you found a spot. Somebody might have just pulled out.
Yeah. And it's $10 for 5 hours.
Really?
Street parking, bro.
I heard they was charging out the ass to get in the door, though.
45. It was crazy.
That's so stupid. And everybody paid.
Yeah. But we had a good time,
Yeah.
So here's my thing also. I love to dance. When shit is too crowded, you can't really bust a move. I need some room to do some footwork to be getting, now I'm over here. Now I'm over here. I want to spin around in a circle. That's all. That's one of the hacks to looking good dancing. If you're spinning in a circle, people can't pick up on the fact that you're just doing the same shit with your hands the whole time, Nice.
So do a tutorial on dancing.
I could
a video.
The upstairs there was very fun and packed in, and the lights were crazy and shit. Costume contest, as I commented on, it's kind of bullshit. Honestly, I looked really good, and then no one invited me on stage. So. But and there were 3 different people dressed as the Triangle Head from Silent Hill, if you know what that is.
Nope.
Whatever. But they were all on stage, and it's like, all right, we're not going to vote for you. You didn't have an original.
Silent Hill, was this a film?
Silent Hill was a video game that became a TV show.
Oh.
But then we discovered the little outdoor dancing area, and that's when I really locked in and was fucking crushing and killing it the whole time.
Nice.
Also, I'm very conscious. I never want to make someone feel like a third wheel. So if I'm there with a babe, I'm not going to be grinding too heavily.
Yeah.
Because it's nothing worse than when you're out with a couple and the couple's just grinding, sensually staring into each other's eyes, making out, and you're just there like,
well,
I'm here too, guys.
Sure, Teresa appreciates that. But it's also kind of like, I don't know, I guess like grind and dancing is appropriate in some instances, but it's also kind of like, just generally speaking, gross.
No, it's awesome.
You think so? I think like dancing with a group of people can be fun. I like to dance at a concert. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just too. We're going to do some goofy shit tonight.
Yeah.
My wife is
You won't have to dance.
My wife is so, but I have to get makeup on my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice. You get to feel like a whole different guy.
You think so?
I need to shave before that.
Yeah, me too.
You're going to take the whole thing off?
Yeah, I have to for the dive anyway.
There you go.
The mask won't stick with the mustache. So.
When are you going to dive in?
We're going to Isla Morada on Wednesday. Okay. And then we go out for Wahoo. So you might not know what that means, but it is the mecca of American spearfishing. These fish range from like the smallest ones are like 3 feet. The big ones are like 6. They're big, long fish. They kind of look like mackerel, but they're much bigger and they have like tiger stripes on them.
Wait, the fish are called Wahoo?
Yeah.
That's a crazy name for a fish.
And the way that you hunt them, spearfishing, is you drift. So you go off of Isla Morada, which is halfway down the Keys. I don't know if you know the geography of the Keys. They start at Miami.
Not at all.
They go south, and then they bend west. And that's why Key West is the last
And
key.
they're islands.
Yeah, they're all little islands.
Oh,
they're keys.
I knew that part.
And halfway down the southern strip.
So it's an archipelago.
Isla Morada. Now listen, this is the important part. The reason that offshore Isla Morada is Wahoo is because it is the closest point to the Gulf Stream where the trenches are, where the 1,200 foot deep water is.
I know about the trenches.
So that's where the Gulf Stream is, that goes all the way.
No, I don't know any of this, unfortunately. But
there is a huge trench that creates a current that's very pivotal to the
Marianas Trench.
No, that's in the Pacific Ocean. This is very to the tides and currents of the Atlantic Ocean. So the Gulf Stream goes from the Gulf of Mexico to Scotland.
America.
To Scotland.
Okay.
All the way across. And it rides along the eastern seaboard up till about South North Carolina or something like that. I don't know. I don't know that much about it. But anyway, what you do is you go in a boat, obviously, and you get put out of the boat and you drift in 1,200 foot deep water and wait. And you can see these fish. When they're running. It's a very lucky thing. They'll come up. You use these flashers, these different tools, and there's these spear guns that you use. My one friend bought one, but they're like $2,500. So the guy who's chartering us has a few that we're going to use. They have 3 bands. These massive. They're as tall as you are, and you have to shoot them. But instead of like a traditional freediver spear gun. So by the way, no scuba gear. Just holding your breath when you swim down.
Yeah.
There's no reel attached to your gun. The spear is attached to a float. And you shoot the fish, and then it just hauls ass. And some of the guys you watch, they will grab the float and let the fish just pull them around.
That sounds fun.
Like in Jaws.
That's sick as fuck.
Yeah, and then the fish gets tired eventually, and you pull it up.
Of course.
Yeah. I'm not sure on some of the logistics of the weapons because I haven't.
So normally you would pull it in like that?
Normally, you have a reel on it so that, it's still attached to your gun, and it's still... No, you don't reel in from your gun. The reel is just there to give you some leeway. So if you have to breathe, you can go up and you're still attached to the fish.
Sure.
With your gun. Now,
those poor fish.
There's no reel. These fish swim, 300 feet down, fucking all over the place. They're massive, strong fish. And I mean, these guys that pull them up, dude, they're holding them like this. It's fucking insane how beautiful these fish are. And it's a totally different type of... And then we have a trip planned for the next day. That's just like a black grouper. So in the Keys, dude, like up here,
black groupers are way cooler than the groupers.
Yeah, right? Of course, dude. The regular groupers, the black groupers don't even pay attention to, dude. They rob them. But in the Keys is a very interesting spearfishing place. There's places you can shore dive. You can literally just walk offshore, like at a beach. They're not really like beaches in the Keys, like people think. It's just like coastal shit.
Okay.
But you can swim out, and it'll get deep enough for you to go spearfishing. And it's teeming with life. The Keys they're fucking paradise. If you ever find time for a vacation, and
I don't do that. My grind is 365, but
if you're with the lady and you want to go to paradise, you will be amazed. The Keys, people sleep on the Keys, bro. A lot of people go down there for vacation and never leave. They contract what they call the Keys disease.
That's a good name.
Yeah, and they just never leave. You'll go down there to visit, and you'll meet motherfuckers that are waiting tables at the No Name Bar that came on vacation in 1978 and just live here now.
I would see there is this one homeless guy in New Orleans who was just wearing like a golf shirt and khaki shorts and had like white rimmed Ray-Ban sunglasses,
Okay.
And he'd be flying a sign, and I was always like, that guy came here for like a boys trip and was just like, fuck you, Donna, I'm not coming home. It just didn't work out for him. But
where I belong. Some people just know when they've arrived, man.
He just looked like such a like 50s, finance bro. And was just chilling there, man.
I love hearing shit like that, dude.
I feel like that probably happens in New Orleans fairly often because it's a fun city, man. I feel like people come down there and just...
It happens in Savannah for sure.
Don't tip, yeah.
What's funny about this Keys trip, though, is there's 4 of us. And I am probably... Well, look, like none of us are hurting financially. And some of the guys are doing very well financially. Mm-hmm. We have not looked into a place to stay.
Because it's going to be high?
No, we just don't. No one's thinking about it. And I'm actually notoriously like a planner.
Yeah.
And I get mad at people when they're late to things. I get mad at people when they don't plan things.
I've noticed that.
But I will not be the guy to go on this text thread and be like, hey guys, are we going to get a hotel room? Or now the charter is booked and paid for.
I should just sleep on the boat.
Well, because that doubles the price of the charter. There are charters that do that, but our charter for like a full day on a Wahoo trip is $1,800 before, you usually tip the guy. So we're each going to probably throw in like $500-600 just
what
for
would
that
happen
one
if
day.
you didn't tip him?
Nothing, but it's just,
it's nice.
It's part of the thing. Yeah. I mean, you try, I do. I always tip charter people, nothing had happened. He probably just maybe wouldn't want you on next time. This is something I'd like to take my children to do one day.
I had a friend in social work school who had moved from Utah, Idaho. I'm going to say you might know from what I'll say next, but he was a fishing guide there. So maybe there's fishing in both those states. I don't know. But
Utah?
Maybe. I don't fucking know, dude.
I don't think you can fit. Maybe there's lakes.
But he was like a river fishing guide.
Minnesota sounds more like it.
And he was like the biggest fish expert I ever knew. And he had decided to go be a social worker instead of doing this fishing guide thing. And I was like, oh, did you want to make more money? He was like, no, I made like, $500-600 a day.
Yeah.
And instead he came to inner city New Orleans to be a social worker. And he's still doing it. Shouts out Tim.
Tim, great job,
guy.
pal. I mean,
he's a Mormon too. I fuck with Mormons.
Fucking charter fishing. I'm sure a lot of guys do it, and it's a great job. And $500 a day, probably not every day. First of all, it's so weather pending too. It's like insanely hard to schedule with people because especially now, like rod and reel fishing, not weather doesn't matter quite as much, but when you're diving, the free diving, the wind is a huge factor because you got to be in the water and you can't be like getting tossed around. It's fucking, but I mean, some of those guys make a lot of money, some of them don't. A lot of them usually end up, no one does it for very long.
Yeah.
That I've known. It's usually like 10
How often do people get shot with a spear?
I've never heard of it happening.
Really?
Yeah. I've heard of people drowning.
I would think if you're getting tugged by the fish, you might end up your buddy doesn't see you coming.
No, if in a Wahoo situation, you're taking trips. You're taking turns. And if somebody has a fish on, you say fish on, and everyone unloads their weapons. Okay. Maybe they leave one on to get a second shot in the fish. But no, yeah, situational awareness is fucking priority with spearfishing. And it's all just the standard of the way that it's done. It's never even been, there's been a couple instances where I've been like treading water and another diver is coming up and I don't realize what it is right away. And I think maybe it's a fucking creature of the deep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But never enough to like pull the trigger.
You remember when Dick Cheney shot his friend?
Yeah, that was weird.
And almost killed him?
Yeah. And then the guy apologized to Dick Cheney.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. The guy suffered a non-fatal heart attack and atrial fibrillation due to at least one lead shot lodged in or near his heart. I think he tried to kill him, man. Cheney's a creepy guy.
I don't know. I feel like if Dick Cheney tried to kill you, you'd be fucking dead. I don't think Dick Cheney ever tried to do a thing in his life. I thought that movie was incredible, dude. Adam McKay's masterpiece, bro.
Dude, they were drinking some brewskis. They got hammered. He shot his boy. Did you know? Have you ever seen Who Was America?
No.
The Sacha Baron Cohen thing he did?
No.
It's a great show. But he interviewed Dick Cheney on there and it was insane.
Did he interview him as someone else?
Yeah, he always does that.
I did see that. I think I did see that show. That was out. That was new when I was first coming around, I think. 7 years ago, 8 years ago.
Yeah, and he gives him, he asks him to sign his waterboarding jug.
Yes. Yes, that was called Who Is America?
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus, man, my brain.
The episode of that where he convinced, like, the Georgia lawmaker to scream the N-word and attack a
surprisingly anti-Semitic Sacha Baron Cohen, I've been told.
Well, he's a big fan of Israel.
Well, Israel fucking pays everyone's bills, dude.
A lot of people.
AIPAC in the house, dog. Let me holler at AIPAC. I will motherfucking support the war in Gaza.
You would take the pledge?
Did they keep the ceasefire on, do you know?
No.
Oh, really?
They supposedly are doing it again, but they killed like 120 people in one day.
Son of a bitch. That's upsetting.
They're an evil country.
Yeah. That's what I got for them.
Pretty much Nazis.
Isn't that weird how that works?
It is weird how that works, but I should delete that part.
Oh, that one's real.
So you're saying you're going to shoot Jews?
No. Shoot Israel.
Bam!
Oh, man, that one went all over the place. We've got a new antic, dude. We got to trick the guest next time.
Are those metal BBs or?
Oh, yeah, big time. These would do some damage. Get one in your eye, dude.
I'm going to squint.
I have a cool scar. You see that scar?
Yeah.
That was a BB. Got lodged in there.
You got good calluses.
Look
at my shit, man.
Yeah, good job. Where are yours from, you fucking social worker? Why do you have
lifting
calluses?
Weights?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Went to the gym with the young lady that's visiting me.
How was that?
She was not stronger than me on any lifts, which was good. I was concerned that might happen.
Well, hold on a second. Did you guys do like rear deadlifts or squats?
No.
I got her crushing you in squats.
Maybe.
For sure. And me too, by the way, for the record.
My squat's pretty heavy.
I know this lady. She is a fucking... She's built.
She's very strong. But no, we did back day.
And girls squat better, generally speaking. They have bigger butts, and that's where you squat from. If you're doing
I do the hack squat machine. But
that's quads, so...
Sure.
Yeah, more than glutes anyway.
Hack squatting, like 350, 3 sets of 12.
Oh, there you go.
I'm pretty strong.
That's a good one.
Yeah, man.
I've been kettlebelling really hard. I got this new complex that be whooping your motherfucking ass. You should check it out.
What does that mean?
The kettlebell complex is just the term.
Routine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Routine. So it's 10 two-handed rows, like bent over rows. I use a 50-pound kettlebell. It seems to be right for me. 10, then 10 cleans, which is where you swing it down and pull it up and hold it in front of your face. Swing it down, hold it in front of your face. Then 10 goblet squats, then 10 push-ups on the kettlebell.
Okay.
And by the time you get to the push-ups, your heart rate's kicking. And you got to do it 5 times. You got to do that complex 5 times.
How long is the rest period?
It's kind of up to you. The idea is to get it down.
Yeah.
But dude, I didn't even make it past the 3rd round today. I was toast. I was seeing stars. And I was also trying to the thing about the kettlebell complex is it's very good for getting everything all at once. But I'm trying to really build my back right now.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go hit some heavy back exercises, some lat pull downs and shit like that.
Damn, man, we're an hour in. We were supposed to talk about The Crow.
We didn't even mention it.
So,
Brandon Lee's last film, famously.
Pick a favorite Brandon. Brandon Lee, Brandon Routh, played Superman, Brandon Flowers from The Killers.
Neither.
You have to pick one.
No, I can pick a Brandon, though.
Who do you got?
The lead singer of Turnstile's name is Brandon.
Bad choice.
Fuck off, dude.
The Killers are a way better band than Turnstile.
You are retarded.
Nope. It's true. Who's got more hits?
Who cares?
The Killers.
You can't. It's Brandon Yates. It's Brendan.
You didn't even know his name.
Brendan. No, I'm not.
Everyone knows Brandon Flowers' name.
I didn't know who Brandon Flowers was. I don't know who anybody's name is. I shook that guy's hand, Brendan Yates. He high-fived me, dude.
That's not a handshake. It's a high five.
It was one of the things.
You went like this.
I went for the high five. He went for the handshake.
Here.
Yeah. And then we bro hugged. Yeah. And we bro hugged, and he asked me to be the drummer. He said my shirt was cool. Yeah, that was great.
He's like, you and me and Bill Burr are gonna go out for coffee together.
Dude, I'm sorry, but Turnstile's music's better than the Killers' music.
I disagree.
In my opinion, I do like the Killers.
The Killers are amazing.
I do like the Killers.
Did you know?
I'm surprised you like the Killers so much.
I fucking love the Killers. Did you know that they met through a newspaper ad? They had the other members of the band had a band. They were like, we're looking for a singer and a songwriter. Brandon Flowers, the singer, meets the guitar player. He gives him a tape with some ideas on it. The first idea on that is the guitar for Mr. Brightside. He shows up to their first practice. He has the song written. So the first song that they ever wrote was Mr. Brightside, which is one of the best songs ever. Such a good song. And also, I want to state publicly for the record, there's a dick joke in that song that no one acknowledges.
So she's touching his chest. Nah.
Yes.
What do you mean, everyone?
And my stomach is sick and it's all in my head, but she's touching his dick.
But she's touching his chest, though. He says
he switches it to chest, but the rhyme scheme very much suggests that it's going to be dick.
What do you mean nobody recognizes that? I feel like
if you already saw it, then you're one of the few people that have noticed it.
Are you serious?
I've had a lot of people be like, I never got that.
What about this as the new logo for the show, dude?
Pretty tight. I like it.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I think that's great, dude.
You're a skilled photographer.
That's a fucking great shot. I would have said that to the wife, see how she feels about it.
Send it to the wife, man. So The Crow. The Crow. You've seen this film?
So when I was a kid,
I'd never seen it before.
The Crow was a big deal, but it was all the hype. And I remember as a kid thinking it was cool and then rewatching it as an adult and thinking it was trash.
I liked it.
The soundtrack was amazing.
Yeah.
The soundtrack was famous. The Crow 2 City of Angels soundtrack was very famous too. But that film was nowhere near as popular.
It takes place in Detroit. Did you know that?
I did not. Well, maybe I did at one point. I forgot. Who's in it? Brandon Lee.
Brandon Lee. You got...
that guy with the big face from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves is in it.
Michael Winscott.
Is that his name?
Excuse me. Yeah, that's his name. With the very deep voice.
Yes. He was the sheriff. No, he wasn't the sheriff of Nottingham in Prince of Thieves. He was something else. But
he's a villain, I'm assuming. He's a villain in everything.
He's a villain guy, faux show.
You have Ernie Hudson as the cop. You have... who else is in this? The lady that plays his dead fiance is so hot.
Yeah, who was she?
Her name is Sophia Shinas. But she's beautiful. I love in movies when there's like a dead wife or fiance and they're flashback to them like cuddling and stuff. It's beautiful.
Michael Wincott.
Wincott, my bad. But he was great in this.
Fuck with this guy, bro.
He's amazing.
The soundtrack was huge, man. Stone Temple Pilots.
So why did you think it sucked?
I just remember thinking it was like cheesy.
Sure, maybe a little bit.
Like as a young man, as a kid, being like, "This is the coolest thing." I was the Crow for Halloween.
I think that the cheesiness to me, I enjoy. It's not really. It's like very over the top, which is cool to me.
Yeah, so maybe that was something I hadn't gotten.
It's not like a Chris Nolan, gritty, realistic type thing. It's fucking
comic book, sort of like Spawn.
Yeah,
yeah.
He's saying a lot of crazy stuff. He does a thing where he just kind of like disappears after. He'll be talking to the cop, and then the cop will turn around and he's gone.
It's one of those,
which is now like a cliche. But I don't know, man. Watched it on Devil's Night.
Oh, was that
October 30th?
Shows.
Which I didn't realize that Devil's Night is like a thing, and that Detroit, especially from the late 1960s and 1990s, and had serious vandalism and arson in the Detroit area. So youths would do mischievous or petty criminal behavior, and then they started actually blowing shit up and doing bombings. It was interesting to me also that the reason that the bad guys are doing all this shit is to get tenants to move out of these apartment complexes so that they can be redeveloped.
Is that the reason?
So the crooks in this movie are fucking real estate guys.
Just like the crook in the government.
Just like crooks in real life.
Yeah. Fucking.
Let them live in squalor.
Do you know how he died?
They're gentrifiers.
Did you read into the death?
No. Tell me about that.
So there's a scene where all of the drug lords or real estate agents, I guess, realtors are standing around a big table. It's very villainous. It's very, and the Crow lands on it and he gives them some words of discouragement about their behavior, and they all unload their various firearms on him. One of the guns had a blank in it but there was a piece of wood or plastic or something that was lodged into the chamber. It was a total freak fucking accident. So that scene is where he died. And it was this total random fucking thing. Just like Bruce Lee's death was really weird like that too. It was a behind the scenes on a film, wasn't it? Bruce Lee's death? No, Bruce Lee died from some long-term illness, I think. Actually.
So I think you got the scene wrong. Because this is actor Michael Massey's character, Fun Boy, fires a .44 Magnum Smith & Wesson revolver at Lee as he walks into the room.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Because this is the story I've always had in my head.
And they would use, they instead of purchasing commercial dummy cartridges.
I got an idea. Next time, don't let me fucking go over all that.
My bad, bro. The film's prop crew, hampered by time and money constraints, created their own by pulling the bullets from live rounds, dumping the powder charge but not the primer, then reinserting the bullets. And since the primer was still live, it could launch the bullet with enough force to push it out of the case and wedge it in the barrel.
Oh, it was
so somebody pulled the trigger and the bullet just went in the barrel.
And then the next round,
they had a blank in there. And a blank actually has a live powder charge and primer, but no bullet. So it goes without the bullet coming out.
But there was already a bullet in the fucking chamber. Or in the barrel.
Yeah. The production company had sent the firearm specialist home early. A lot of things went wrong here. So it's just like the Alec Baldwin thing.
Oh, yeah. I never really read into that very much. I just know that his fucking life is probably pretty bad.
And the bullet from the dummy round was already trapped in there. This caused the .44 Magnum bullet to be fired out with virtually the same force as if the gun had been loaded with a live round, and it struck him in the abdomen, mortally wounding him. Yeah, he had completed most of his scenes and was scheduled to shoot for only 3 more days.
Yeah, and I remember that about it, that he was like, they didn't have to really do a lot to work around him being dead.
You know, I was expecting him to do some motherfucking kung fu in this movie.
Yeah. I think he was trying to get away from that. I think he was trying to not just be Bruce Lee's son.
Yeah, he was just doing a lot of blah, 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 blah.
A lot of guns, a lot of fucking, yeah.
I remember this being like a big hot topic thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like everybody had the Crow type shit at Hot Topic, Crow shirts and everything.
Well, it was very stylish.
He was goth.
Man. Yeah, the makeup, dude. That makeup is the shit. Teresa had that makeup on last night. Basically,
yeah.
I did it. It was always very cool.
He has some sick quotes in this movie. I liked his performance a lot. He's kind of like he's kind of funny, you know.
What's a quote?
He's doing bits a lot. There's a quote where he's like has this junkie and he's the junkie woman and he goes, "Mother is the word for God on the lips of all children. Morphine is bad for you." And he like drains all the morphine out of her with his powers, which also, who's shooting up morphine in the 90s, but whatever.
There was like a real popular thing in the 90s, morphine.
You get your hands on it?
There was a band called Morphine.
Yeah, but I thought morphine was like medical grade shit. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, but still, morphine was very popular. I mean, morphine was like, you know, the morphine's what they give you in the military when you go into battle.
Yeah.
When you're mortally wounded, you're supposed to, you know, take yourself out peacefully. Don't be giving away the position, screaming like a little bitch ass. Dope up and move on.
Yeah.
Not with your life. Move on. Just move on to the next thing, whatever it is.
So Brandon Lee was in Showdown in Little Tokyo, which has... Here, I'll have to pull this up on my phone so I can show it. I'll just play it. Just imagine these two action stars.
Oh.
It's Brandon Lee and Dolph Lundgren.
Oh, nice. Getting it in. Dolph Lundgren's a genius. Fuck yeah, bro.
In the original script, he said, "You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a white man."
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why they cut that down.
Why are they talking about the dick? Why do you see his dick?
I don't know. I guess they were naked together.
Vaping?
They were vaping.
Buttholes gaping?
Pretty crazy line.
That's fuck. I think I'm a little... I probably laughed very hard at that later. It's so much. It just doesn't feel real.
Yeah.
We should fucking...
They're about to die.
We should cut that up and make a fucking meme, dude.
You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just me quoting it. Whoa!
Yeah, that one's good.
But what more did I want to say about The Crow? The music is really good. I like his performance. Like I said, he's kind of like... He's a little over the top. He is giving, maybe it's just because of the makeup, but there's some like Joker vibes and shit.
Yeah, well, I always felt like the Joker, you know, obviously came pretty long. You know, the newer version of the Joker. He wasn't given 60s Joker vibes.
Definitely not.
He wasn't even giving Jack Nicholson Joker vibes. I feel like Heath Ledger bit the Crow a little bit. And
somewhat
the generational
the scene where he comes into the gathering of all the realtors is very similar to the scene in The Dark Knight where the Joker shows up at the
and the generational thing works. I mean, because Heath Ledger's like my age, would be whatever, but he probably was like a kid watching The Crow.
You ever see the last photo of Heath before he died?
Maybe.
I got to show you this.
This gun is called a Phantom. The BB. What does that mean? The Phantom. 2:30. We gonna hit the zoo?
The last known photo of Heath Ledger before his death.
Oh man, he's a handsome fellow, dude.
He looks so fucking cool, dude.
He's the coolest.
And his body was discovered by Mary-Kate Olsen.
Yeah,
they were getting high together,
popping them peels.
Yeah, we can go to the zoo. What are your feelings on the zoo?
My feelings on the zoo, I do enjoy the zoo. I have a personal...
A lot of people are like, oh, you're going to go look at the animals in cages. Like, I didn't put them there, but yeah, I'm going to go fucking look at them.
I mean, whatever, dude. I don't know. I don't have an opinion like that. I have a problem with... I have a personal problem with... what you call it? Like amusement parks. I just don't like them. Like, I love an old fair. I would love to go to the county fair, the Hillsborough County Fair, the Florida Fair, maybe if the school does a fair. But Busch Gardens can suck a dick. Disney World can suck hundreds of dicks. I don't like
hate those.
They're just
I haven't been to Busch Gardens, but I hate
Busch
Disney
Gardens
shit.
is like supposed to be really cool, and I used to love it when I was younger. But as a dad, I'm like, man, it's all so commercialized, bro, and it's all just a money suck, and it's all bullshit. And I like that the zoo has the animals, and you're learning while you're there.
Yes,
and that's why I like the aquarium too. I feel like they're just more like I want to take Riley to art museums and the opera. Fucking Peppa Pig Land can get fucked.
Peppa Pig Land would be fun.
Peppa Pig is the most anti-man fucking show.
Speak on it,
dude. The dad.
It's a crazy take.
We're not allowed to watch that show in my house. They make fun of the dad so much. They call him a big fat stupid pig.
They say that?
Yes.
What the hell?
Now, the archetype of the big fat stupid dad has always been around. It's Homer Simpson. It's Archie Bunker. It's it's the thing. And it comes from a real place. A lot of dads are like that. But I did not like the idea. And how dude, any doctor, any psychologist, you probably know this. The most important time in a child's life is ages 1 to 4. Their brains are being formed.
Yeah.
And they're watching this shit, how dad is just this goofy, fat, sloppy, that deserves no respect. I was like, no. I put my foot down on Peppa Pig, dude.
What are they mocking him for? Just being fat? Yeah,
he's written to be very dumb and silly, and it's just like, it's the show is from, the perspective of Peppa, obviously, the young kid, and her mom is like her homie, and they're always doing these fun things together, and dad is just this big dumb idiot.
I have noticed this.
And they're always talking about how stupid he is, and I was just like, hey, I sat down and watched an episode. I watch everything my daughter watches, and most of it is cool. Some of it I don't really like, but I'm like, all right, whatever. Like the Barbie stuff is cool, but it's like, it's a little brainwashing as far as like materialism is concerned, but I need her to be able to make up her own mind about that kind of stuff.
Let her watch the Barbie movie, which subverts all of that.
It's a good point. It's a very good point, because some of the cartoons, but I also don't want to like close her. But when it came to the Peppa Pig thing, I was also a new dad. I was like 2 years in.
It's so funny to watch you. Imagine you watching Peppa Pig and getting angry.
It was in this house. It was right there. And I was like, man, no more.
What is
Peppa
this
Pig.
trash?
Yeah.
Aren't they? They're British too. Peppa's voice is very annoying.
Yeah. I mean, and Peppa, whatever. But see, Bandit and Bluey is a bad motherfucker, dude. He's a little silly.
The dad?
Yeah, dude. Bandit's the man. I need a Bandit tattoo. I've talked about it for years.
That's a wild move.
But Bandit got a little, or Bluey got a little like overexposed. I went to buy the kids' clothes the other day for the cold weather, and all I could find was like Bluey shit. I was like, I'm not going to put my kids in some car.
This is why I like
Can I just buy a shirt with stripes on it? Is that a male stripper? Oh, Jesus Christ. He's getting it in. That guy's going for it. That's a fit dude.
Yeah. It's so awesome.
Is he going to pull out his wiener? Or?
No, dude. It's a child's birthday party.
No,
It'd be
it's
inappropriate.
Not. It's a bunch of older women. I guess older
maybe.
women go to child birthday parties. They better not pull out his wiener.
Yeah, for those who can't see, it's a video of a guy in a Peppa Pig costume doing a incredibly athletic dance routine and jumping up, like grabbing a pole and jumping up on the ceiling and banging on the ceiling.
I think the majority.
That's what I was getting up to last night, bro.
I think the majority of people that ingest this show do it audio. I don't think that. I think the visual component is.
Well, we can clip it up.
More for the shorts that I never make anymore. I made one.
Yeah, that was good.
It's pretty funny.
You need to get Snacks in to start doing them.
Yeah, but he's not gonna. So
true.
He's busy.
He's busy.
I used to struggle with people calling themselves busy. But
I never do it anymore.
Everyone's got varying degrees. Of what they're capable of handling. And
it immediately ignites a competitive element in other people where they go, well, I'm busier than you.
Yeah.
It's like,
I don't talk about it anymore either, because I don't know if I'm busy or if I'm not, or if I'm tired or if I'm awake or if I'm a human or what. But I got a great plumbing story.
Lay it on me.
Jimmy Spice's plumbing 5-minute story.
Pew, 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 pew.
Great exercise and acceptance this week. I arrive at a woman's house and her whole house is backed up. Her toilets are full of shit and urine, and it's disgusting. Both toilets.
Number 1 and number 2.
And the shower.
Yeah.
So the whole plumbing system is backed up, and
there's poop coming out of the shower.
Yeah, why wouldn't it?
That's gross.
So,
you ever do that?
Poop in the shower?
Dump in the shower, mash it down the grate with your foot.
Yeah. So, but this is a result of a hard clog happening at the front of the plumbing system, and it backing everything that was going down the toilet came out.
I'm imagining the gun as the plumbing system
coming out of all the points, right? So you got a toilet here, and somewhere down here there's a big plug in the toilet, or there's a big plug in the sewage line.
Probably a really big poop.
You got a fucking another toilet, and it's got poop in it. And then over here, you've got a shower, and it's got poop all in it. And then the sewer where everything's going is out in the front of the house. So my dumb ass is like, all right, well, I need to pull this toilet, and I need to put a cable in here to clear your stoppage.
Yeah.
Okay? If this shower is full of shit, where do you think all of that poop goes when you pull that toilet off of the floor? I flooded this woman's fucking master bathroom. And I'm not talking about shitty water, dog. I'm talking about
poo-poo.
Solid
Poo-poo.
Chipotle diarrhea. Poo-poo. It was over my toes. It was over my tops of my shoes.
How did it smell?
Like a fucking river of shit.
Nice.
It was horrific. But while it's happening, I'm realizing immediately what I've done. Immediately. And the lady was a hoarder, and her house was disgusting. She never actually knew that I did this.
Yeah.
Because she was kind of an invalid in the living room.
Great.
So I just cleaned it up, whatever. But while it was happening, I'm looking.
How do you clean that up? You did wet vac or?
Yeah, wet vac.
Okay.
It took about 11 trips.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, of dumping shit out in the side yard. It was a fucking fucked up situation. But
just in the yard?
Well, in the side thing, it was like she was on a big piece of property, and it was like a, preserve next to her, so it didn't really matter.
Gotcha.
And poop's actually not a horrible.
It's a fertilizer.
Yeah, human manure is the most high in nitrate out of any. So like, if it wasn't so unsanitary, gardening with human poop would actually be very helpful. People that do communes use their poop. But anyway, while I'm staring at this 4-inch in diameter pipe in the ground, just spewing shit, I had a moment where I'm holding a big toilet, and I'm like, I start to freak out. Like, I need to take care of this. I need to fix this. And then I just I snapped, dude. I swear to God, I physically felt it. I just was like, there's nothing I can do right now. There's literally nothing that's going to stop until this is done doing its thing. It was the most odd moment of acceptance. It was just like, I'm just going to watch this happen.
Yeah, man.
It was pretty weird.
My spiritual advisor always says, like, there will come a moment, regardless of what you're going through, there will come a moment later where you look at it and you're like, well, that was funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's up to you how long it takes for you to get to that moment,
Yeah, dude. And
because that is pretty funny.
It was
you just get shit all over your toes.
It was crazy. And I had the fucking wrong shit. I didn't put my boots on. I had my on clouds on.
Ooh.
Yeah. And it was just
dispose
like,
of those.
No, they're on the front porch. I washed them, and now they're still on the porch. Right. And they're fucking $175, dude. They're the waterproof ones too, so they were like actually 200 something.
But are they shit proof?
No. And so for like 2 more hours, I'm walking around and my feet are running, and it's poop water that seeped into my shoes. And Teresa calls me, and she's like, it's like 8:00 at night too. It's late. It was my on-call day. And she's like, "Are you coming home?" And I was like, no, I'm in deep shit.
Literally in deep shit.
And she's like, oh my God, the kids are being so bad. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you, And then she hung up, and I'm like stewing. And I call her back, and I'm like,
you are stewing.
I want you to know
you're boiling
that I'm walking
shit
around and my feet are squishing. And do you want to know why they're squishing? She's like, why? And I'm like, because I've been standing ankle deep in fucking diarrhea for an hour. And I wanted to say, and I called her to say at this moment, try not fucking calling me with your silly problems while I'm working like this. Instead, I said, and it upsets me that I can't be there to help you with the kids.
Oh,
Isn't that cool?
that's gangster.
I didn't even mean to do it. It's just like I last second pivoted. I realized that I don't want to hurt my wife. I just wanted to feel better. And I ended up saying the right thing.
If only O.J. Simpson could have done that. That's a great story. Folks. All right. Any closing thoughts?
I want to understand why this thing only fires 50% of the time.
Oh, I did not mean to do that.
There you go. That one fires.
Burped really, really heavy into the mic.
Next week, we're putting a bullet in the gun. No?
Can you do Russian roulette with that?
Yeah, 100%, dude.
Sweet. Even though it's hammerless?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm not gonna, but that one won't fire because it's down there.
Okay. You can see it.
Yeah, you can see it. It'll end up right there. See, look, I'll do it without the thing. You can see where that chamber, like you could even, I'm not going to put a mark on it, but you you do that.
That'd be cheating.
Oh, it spun the other way. Oh, well, it would have been lower then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see?
Yeah, we're going to put a bullet in the gun. Hopefully, we'll have a pretty big guest.
Next week?
Yeah.
Well, we have to talk scheduling. I'm out of town next week. We'll figure that out.
Okay.
Here. Guys, thanks for fucking listening. If you vape, your butthole gapes. All right?
And if you don't vape, you're guilty of rape.
Oh, no.
Got him.
Got him.
All right.
Peace.